Yo, yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday before Thanksgiving. I'm
Hmm.
so excited to be here. Everyone, we have, again, a special guest, again, part two. We have Michael Zuber here, and we're going to be talking about tonight a really, really cool topic because this is something that everybody that, especially people that are brand new in real estate, I mean, not even just brand new, but if you're trying to understand your market and you're trying to invest in your market, these are going to be some of those fundamental skills that you got to learn to be able to
Hmm.
be, a really successful investor. And so we're going to be taking lessons tonight directly from Michael. And I'm really excited to do it and have you back again. I just want to say thank you for being here again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. Last week was a blast. You and Pace really challenged me at the end of last episode to come back again and really put my kind of thoughts to the test, which of course I'm happy to. And yeah, we're gonna take you from zero to hero. We're gonna try to get done in 60 minutes. What is hours of stuff in my course, all for the intent of helping everybody get a little bit better. And it doesn't matter if you're a sub two or you're buy and hold or you're a flipper. It all starts with getting a good deal. And that's what I talk about. I talk about how to understand how to get a good deal. So we're gonna go from soup to nuts, just like you're a total rookie. So I look forward to
Heck yeah, that's going to be great. So,
it.
for everybody that's maybe joining us for the first time, my name's Cody Barton. Myself and my partner, Pace Morby, we've been doing Sunday service now for the last couple of years. Pace is driving home from Vegas right now from the Thrive event. So, if some of you might have been there, I know there's a lot of sub two students, zero to hero students that were at that event. So, we're gonna do some in-depth kind of that nitty-gritty stuff, like the stuff that you actually need to know to be a good successful investor tonight. So again, welcome to Sunday service. If you don't already know this, as always, want to let everyone know you can find us on Spotify and iTunes, so you can listen throughout your week, or obviously you can find us here on YouTube as well. So Michael, let's go ahead and dive right in, man. I know
Yeah, let's do it.
this is hours of stuff, so I'm going to
Mhm.
be looking at my computer here as we're going through this. So walk me through it. We're gonna what is our objective here, Michael? What are we going to try to accomplish here in this next hour?
So the objective of this is at the end of the hour, you have the basics of a buy box, and then you have the basics of daily discipline. I
Okay.
developed a course. It's all around the thesis of you remember what is earned, not what is given. So
Mm-hmm.
what you will see if you were to take the course is hours material, kind of step by step. We're going to break it out here. So step one is, Cody, you need to pull up realtor.com and we need to figure
All
out
right.
a buy box for you.
All right. Let's
So
do
as
it.
you do that, the whole goal of a buy box is you're going to create something that you're going to look at every day, right? That's the daily discipline. I believe a buy box, if you, because what I'm trying to teach you, Cody, or anybody, and again, people can follow along as we're doing this. I want you to create a buy
I
box.
encourage people to do that. If
Yeah.
you're on your if people are on their computer, you could follow along, and we're going to figure out how to create a buy box for you in your business and your market that you're doing this in. So
Mhm.
so I ever the tools. What tools do we need for this? We have Realtor.com. What else do we? What else?
So we're going to do realtor.com probably for the first 10 or 15 minutes, and
Okay,
then we're going to do an Excel spreadsheet. That is it.
perfect.
That is what I had 20 years ago. You don't need lots of fancy stuff. You don't need
Yeah.
apps. All of those other things will help later, but day
Mm-hmm.
one is a buy box, and then we'll get to Excel in a minute. So here's the goal of a buy box. Most people that follow me or do the one rental at a time thing, they always struggle with, should I do a buy box near where I live, or should I do a buy box where I hope to invest, which might be out of state? This is what I say, Cody. My goal is to teach you the skill, right? It's think about going to the driving range. I
Right.
suggest it is easiest to learn near you because I will ask you to go out and go to open homes. I will ask you to walk through this. I will ask you to meet contractors. I will ask you to meet other real estate investors, right? All of these things go into making a good real estate investor. I would propose living in San Diego, trying to invest in Cleveland, Ohio, as you're learning the skill, very hard. Learn
Yeah.
San Diego, even if you have no intention of investing in San Diego. Build the skill there. Once you have the skill on the driving range, Cody, you can go to any golf course in the country. You're Once you have that on the driving ranks, it's not only California, you could go anywhere. So what I want to see in a buy box, and we're going to do this together, and hopefully it's iterations.
Perfect.
Again, a lot of people that watch this, they have jobs, right? Full-time jobs.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
as did I. So we're going to find a buy box that ultimately results in 20 to 40 active listings. That is the goal. So for example, Cody, what city do you live in?
I live in Phoenix, but we could do a city.
Let's do Phoenix. Like just so people know, put in Phoenix, Arizona, and see how many active listings. And again, folks, this is all real time, which is why I love doing this. Yes. Giving back. So I can't quite read that. It's really small, like 3,000 listings or something.
4,923.
So 4,000. Yeah. So 4,000 is just too much, right?
Yep. Sorry, I'm seeing
4,000. That's all right. It's all right. I'll just call out to you when I can't see them.
All right. Perfect. All right. Here we go. We're back.
Yeah. Okay. So remember I told you we want 20 to 40, and just in case everybody needs to know, 4,000 is bigger than 40. So now what I want you to do in Phoenix is there a zip code in Phoenix, Arizona that you live by or is close to you?
Oh, I live in downtown, so I don't know if necessarily downtown is going to be the best.
All right, pick one that's has some.
I'm just going to take one of our flips. We're going to do
there.
That.
You go. Perfect.
85033.
Put that in, and now let's see how many active listings.
Can you search that just by that? Okay.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
I never use realtor.com, so this is actually great because people are going to get the full experience of not me.
Yeah.
Jumping.
We didn't plan this ahead of time. We're just doing it together. All right. So I think that says 80, right? We're getting close.
Yep.
Okay. So now let's go into property types.
Okay.
Because it defaults to any. So I want you to pick single family homes.
All right.
Done. Let's see what we get now.
Let's see what we come up with here. So we have 66.
All right, we're getting close. So now what I want you to do is go to bedrooms. And you know what? Let's do 3 and above. I think that's the next category, right?
Yeah.
All right, now let's see what happens.
We are at 64.
All right, so now let's do baths.
2 bed or 2 bath?
2. Let's do 2. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out. We're trying to get to under 40 to keep up. If you are doing this in another zip code and you are already at 40, you can stop. But we are going to get there. All right, so now let's go to size, which is probably in more filter or list. I don't know where.
Probably in more filters.
Sure, why not? I don't know.
Let's see. Let's take a guess. Home size.
Yeah, home size. So let's do 2,000 to 3,000 square feet.
Oh, so bigger home.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just making making stuff up. Pick whatever you want. Pick a range.
I know this area, so let's call it 1,000 to 2,250. I guess that under that middle range. Let's see. Oh, so there is 52 homes. So we probably need to filter a little bit more, right?
Yeah. So let's do 1,500. And again, folks, what will happen once you get your buy box and you really start learning this is you will understand that you can change and learn other buy boxes later. Oh, there we go. 33.
33.
Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to say, for whatever reason, this is the buy box that Cody wants going forward. So if Cody is following the one rental at a time or the how to get started one rental at a time program, you are going to save this search. It's going to be your only search for the next 60 days. Now, you can do buy boxes for multifamily. You can do like if you were going to do duplexes through quads, you would probably do all of Arizona. This buy box could be anything you want. The only thing I ask is 20 to 40 active homes. The reason I want that number is because 20 and 40 is enough that you can get through in 20 to 30 minutes. It is enough that you could see change, right? As days and weeks go by, stuff will come on, stuff will come off. You'll have price drops. It will have a heartbeat, this criteria. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, so now, again, I'm thinking about a new person who doesn't have Cody's experience in real estate. Things you should be thinking about is, oh my God, I'm so close to getting started. I don't know the rent. I don't know what repair costs are. I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's okay. As we build out the Excel spreadsheet next from scratch, you will start to understand weaknesses, and then it will identify where you need to start networking and growing, because focus and daily discipline leads to better understanding, but it also shows where you need to network and add skills and go elsewhere. Does all that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, so now we're going to build an Excel spreadsheet from scratch. If you're in my course, you get mine. Mine is not magical. I challenge everybody to build your own. So, Cody, you're basically going to have 4 sections of this spreadsheet.
This is our buy box spreadsheet.
This is your buy box, and it's, the zip code and 3-2 between this and this, and whatever it was. But that is it. This is our buy box. So, section number 1, property details. So that's like the Uber section. So for me, that means address, right? What is the address? So you can put address there. Or maybe, again, these are things that you, the person watching this, put in what makes sense to you. It could be the address. It could be the MLS number. It could be square footage. It could be how many bedrooms, how many baths. Whatever property details you deem are relevant. And if you're a newbie, most people, more is better, right? You just default to making a very big spreadsheet. I don't care. Category 1 is your property details, because what you're going to do eventually, once we build out these headings, is we're going to start to pull up your realtor sheet and we're going to start filling it out. Because again, what is earned is remembered, not what is given. So what do you got there? Address.
Okay, so yeah.
Beds, bath.
Address,
okay.
Bath count.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you have square footage probably as well?
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want. And again, the beauty of this, it doesn't have to, this spreadsheet is yours to create and play with. If you're into this for 3 days and you suddenly find another variable, like a yes, no, is the garage attached or not attached? Doesn't matter. This, you can add a column very easily, right? So you can do all of these things. So again, you can add these things as you would like. Okay, so that's section 1. Section 2, which you can just do to the right, you can create a little break or whatever, is going to be, to the right, correct. Yeah, we're just going to go left to right.
Okay,
normally I would add colors and all that stuff, but, whatever.
We're not being fancy.
Yeah, not being fancy. So step 2, so property 1, property details. Number 2 is going to be how much money needs to come out to secure this deal. This is beauty, and I've told you and Pace, and we've talked about all the time, this works equally well for subject to as it does for buy and hold and all of this. Yeah. So what I would do here, I don't know what that says. What does that say?
Money, $signs to secure deal.
Yeah, so we'll build this out. That's the overarching, but it's made up of pieces.
Okay.
So purchase price would be probably the first column.
Purchase price.
Okay. Then down payment.
Okay.
Closing costs.
All right.
And then what I call make ready. Right? Make ready means I'm going to buy a dump. What is it going to take to fix it up? I'm going to buy a turnkey property, and the answer is 0, right? All of these are okay. Now let's talk about make ready, because a lot of new people get lost on this column because they don't know what stuff costs.
Right.
What I tell you up front, if you don't have Cody's experience or Pace's experience or mine, is in the beginning, don't sweat perfection. Just get a little better, because as you do this daily, you will identify, I need to meet a contractor. I need to meet a painter. I need to build flooring. So in the beginning, what I would ask you to do if you're a total newbie is do A, B, or C. A is turnkey. I'm not going to spend $1. Once it's closed, I can move a tenant in, right? Make ready would be 0 if it's an A. Mm-hmm. B, I got to clean it up. I got to add some paint, maybe new carpeting, but you're not replacing the kitchen. You're not doing the roof. You're not doing mechanicals. You're not doing windows. You're not doing bathrooms. It's most places it's a couple of $1,000s. And then C is, this place is a dump. I'm going to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. Right. So in the beginning, that's okay. Because again, don't sweat perfection. Don't get lost here. You've got 60 days to get better at this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's just about getting the discipline down and getting into the routine, where then it starts to feel normal and not as, big and scary, really.
Yeah, and you identify your weakness. Absolutely right. So then in column L, I think that is, you're going to have to put a total, right? What is the total cost? Or total cash or whatever it is.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now we've done 2 of the 4 sections. The third section is, what does my operations look like every month, right? So the first column likely is rent, right? What is the rent for this place going to be?
Okay.
Now, a lot of people go, oh my God, where can I get the rent? I don't know. In the beginning, don't sweat perfection. You can go to Craigslist. You can go to Zillow. You can go to Rent-A-Meter. I don't care. Ultimately, you're going to meet some people. You're going to meet a property manager. You're going to meet several property managers. You're going to meet other investors who have property listings in the area. It's all good stuff. But in the beginning, you're just going to put a number there so we have something to start with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Sense.
Now we're just going to go through the operational expenses that you will take money out of your account every month. Number 1 is mortgage payment.
All right.
Number 2 could be, usually I do taxes and insurance together, right? Property taxes and insurance. Then for me, property management. Now, again, you could put 0 if you're going to self-manage, or you can put property management, whatever you want. You could put in reserves for capital or bad debt or whatever.
Reserves. Okay.
And then feel free to add anything else you want, like utilities or whatever you deem relevant for your area. Again, you could put in just a extra section, whatever you want. But the whole idea is you're going to collect rent and you're going to have months. Every month, you're going to have to pay different pieces of this. And then, of course, put a total. Now, for there, you would put total cash flow, right? It's going to be column M minus those others once we get there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then finally, number 4 is my famous yield, right? Yield is going to be a mathematical equation of my total cash flow divided by out of pocket. It will be converted to a percentage. And that is when I say how you learn average. Once you start doing this, this yield column will start speaking to you. So, okay, let's have some fun. Let's now go back to realtor.com and take property 1. Pick 3 properties. And let's just start filling this out together. This is what everybody should be doing.
Let's just grab this one here.
Sure.
70th Drive.
Okay. So what you'll do is you'll just pull up the spreadsheet. And you'll go, here's the address. Here's the bedrooms. You're going to fill whatever you think the property details are important to you.
All right. Oh, my computer is going so slow here. All right. 34.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff going, so your computer's probably
going,
what do you want me to do, Cody?
Yeah. 70th. It's like North 70th Drive. People will get the idea.
Yeah, again, just put in, again, folks, the whole idea here is this spreadsheet, when you're initially creating it, you're going to spend some time on it. Because additionally, what I would do is I would put in all 33 or 38 or whatever the number was records. And then the first time and then tomorrow when you come back, you're only going to deal with the changes. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because again, you're going to hit the same criteria.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what do we got? What's the next thing?
Figure out my money to secure the deal.
Okay. So, so we're going to do column M. What's the purchase price of that property?
So purchase price was, I think it was $340.
List price, I guess. List price.
Yeah, $340.
Yeah. So put in $340,000.
Okay.
So down payment, usually this is a percentage, right? Is this 20% down, 10% down? Let's just assume 20%. So, okay. So if you would be building to the spreadsheet, it would be column H times 0.2.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Each that times that. And again, yeah, this is.
Well, I'm just going to put 68.
Okay. Very, yeah, you guys know. Now, closing cost. Usually in my market, it's about 2% of purchase. Yeah. So that would be $6,800. And again, I would put the formulas in, folks. Take the time to do that if you're doing this on your own. We're doing this from scratch, so be cool. So, okay, make ready. Now let's go back to the listing and let's both you and I look some of the pictures.
All right.
All right. Outside looks good. What about the inside?
Pretty standard. All right, let's get to.
All right. Well, you got to do some cleanup.
Yeah.
All right. So, again, this is going to be a look at how the fridge and the dishwasher are different colors, right? That,
Yeah.
So again, yeah, this is a This is actually a good one because a lot of new people coming into this would probably want to replace those cabinets, right? Those cabinets are old, dated, unless those hinges are broken and the doors or the drawers don't work. Those, although it looks like underneath the sink there may be a cutout that's missing. I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like it there.
Yeah. So again, this might be a C, but let's assume it's an let's assume it needs. Let's just look at it together and say it needs $8,000. We're just making stuff up right now.
Yeah. For the kitchen.
Yeah, for the house, it's going to take $8,000
Okay.
once you buy it to make it rent ready. Because again, you don't have to do the tile. You don't have to do these.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but you're going to have a trash out. That's for sure. Oh, you're going to replace that. Go back to that one picture. These are the things to look for. What was that? That looked probably like a laundry room or something. I don't know what that was.
Oh, geez. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways, folks, what you're going to be doing through these pictures is just going, is it move-in condition? Is it light work? Or is it a heavy lift? A, B, or C? And we're going to call this one a B. So kind of in the middle.
We'll just call it,
So in our world, for this example, going through this very quickly together, we're going to call this $8,000 in make ready. Yeah, look at that. That would need some work. I'm not even sure what that is. That could be a garage. It's definitely laundry. You can see the laundry hookup in the back.
It looks like it was converted.
Yeah, like the garage is converted or something.
Yeah. It's very
Yep.
much that zip code that they do this type of stuff in, though.
That's fine. That's great. That is awesome. You are getting to know this zip code with Cody being your driver. So let's go put make ready $8,000.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, what the heck?
All right.
Okay. So now what we do is total cost, which is a accumulation of I, J, and K, I'm guessing.
I2 plus J2 plus K2. So
seems right. 60 or is that $80,000, something like that?
Yeah, 82,800.
All right, perfect. We have two columns down, and just remember another thing, right? When you're doing this together and you're following along, for example, something I saw that I would probably maybe add to column A on this, Cody, is this property is contingent, right? So column A, let's put status or something. Yeah, and this one would be contingent. Perfect. See, we're just learning and adding stuff that you think's important. Now we're going to do rental rate. You have any idea what rent would cost in this area?
Yes. For this property, it was a 4.3, about 1,800 square feet. I think this is probably going to rent for after. Are we calculating it in current condition or after?
No, after your $8,000.
Okay. After we spend that $8,000, this is probably going to rent for probably about 18. I bet about $1,800.
Done.
1,750 to 1,800.
Done. And again, folks, if you don't know, like Cody does, the market, this area, it's okay. Put a number in as you're learning. Maybe in the beginning, go to Rentometer or Zillow and just take the number. Again, you have no knowledge of it's right or wrong. We are just trying to build, and you will learn as you go. So let's put 1,800 there. Okay. Now we need to calculate your mortgage payment, right? Which is there's a fancy formula for. Again, you could add the formula. Let's just pick a number. What was the cost of this thing again?
So 340, and then we're putting
20% down. Yeah, so we're going to be carrying it's like a 280 loan, so maybe let's call it 775.
775.
I don't know. What do you think the mortgage payment is? I'm just.
So something I don't know if this is what bank rate amortization. This is what I'll use.
Okay, great. If you have something handy, it's just I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Everybody should look it up.
Yep, bank rate amortization schedule. And I'll just throw in the number on here just to get a general idea.
Perfect.
And then what do we think for interest rate? Because I know it's going to be one of the things on here that's going to ask.
What did it default 4.5? I mean, for assuming most people watching me will be an investor getting their first loan, so I would assume 4% today. Let's just assume 4%, 30-year fixed.
Okay.
And if you get a better rate, put in your rate. If you're an 800 credit score with a big old net worth, go for it. Okay. All right. Well, it's 1336. There you go. That's fine.
All right.
Now, is that the mortgage? Is that just mortgage, or is that taxes and insurance included? Seems awful.
This is just principal and interest.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, there we go. 1336. Perfect. Now, what is insurance and taxes in the lovely state of Arizona? Do you have a rough ratio?
Yeah, so taxes on this will probably be about 110 bucks a month. And then
Okay. And
insurance
then
is
what do you
probably going to be like 70 bucks a month.
done? Add those
60, 70
together. Yeah. Let's 180.
Yep, 180.
Okay. Perfect. I like it. And again, folks, what you would probably do here is you would just make that some kind of ratio. But yeah, so property management, 10% of rent, 8%, 0 because you're going to self-manage. What's Cody doing?
I'm going to use my property manager that charges us a flat rate of 60 bucks per property.
60 bucks then. What kind of reserves you want every month? Because you got to be put, even if, see, here's the deal. Another thing, right? You're doing all the 8K up front, which I don't include. You still have to have reserves. Stuff still breaks, but you've done the big things. You didn't do any Band-Aids.
What would you say that somebody should be doing on a property like this? Like someone's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. How much do I need?
Certainly $100. And if you know the area and it has, really it's about turnover, right? 100, 150 bucks, something like that.
Oh, let's split in the middle, 125 bucks.
Perfect. All right. Where are we going next?
All right. Now we are miscellaneous. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you, again, in your area, if you find like, if you're in a snowy area and you've got to pay for snow removal, or if you're buying in somewhere that has an HOA, or there's any extra costs, you can either create a column, or like this one actually might. I saw a pool, right? Actually, go back to the listing. This might have HOA.
It's one of those, yeah, community pool. So it's probably HOA. Not probably, definitely it's HOA.
Yeah, you would think, right? Unless it's just like close to a city pool or something.
Now it looks like a neighborhood one.
Yeah, I would think. But yeah, there's going to be HOA. It's probably on the property details, not the pictures.
Yeah, let's see. While that loads, I'm going to add on here.
Let's just add 80 bucks. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I'll add HOA because I know Arizona, we have a lot of HOAs.
Perfect. Again, this spreadsheet has to be yours. I can give you the guide. I can walk you through step by step. But again, what is earned is remembered, not what is given. So again, HOA is important. Great. Add a column.
Let's see. Where does that normally just under property details on real?
Yeah, usually it should be on property details. Yeah, if the agent was put them in.
Contact agent.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's just put 80 bucks. Again, you will find it in there. Okay. And then for miscellaneous, let's put 0. We'll just leave it for now. So now we got to calculate cash flow. So it's rent minus those columns, right? So H minus whatever those others, or whatever that is. And maybe that's M. Yep, minus that, minus that.
Q2 minus R2 minus.
Okay.
A whopping $19 a month.
Okay, and now what we need to do is you can put another column between that and yield, please. And what I need to do is convert that monthly to yearly. So that's monthly cash flow, and now we'll do yearly. So that times 12. Okay. Oops.
What do you plug in for the multiply? I don't use
so
this.
equal I2 times 12.
Why is that not?
No, so the times is the it's above the 8 on my keyboard.
All right, I'm just gonna do it on my calculator here, just handy because I don't.
No, it's fine.
Oh, we're at 228.
Okay, cool. So now let's do your yield. It's gonna suck, but at least we've gotten here. So now equal.
Okay.
What is that? U2
mm-hmm.
divided by, which is the slash.
Mm-hmm.
Total cash, wherever that was.
It was 82.8. Yeah, let's see where that was.
It's like
total
68
cash.
grand.
L2.
Yeah, there it is. L2. Okay, now what you can do is, so basically if we go back to that cell and you put a percentage or you put a brackets around it, Actually, you should be able to hit just put. Oh, you don't know how to do times, right? Convert that to percentage. Yeah, see the little percentage column next to the dollar sign?
Right here.
There you go. Make that a percentage. So it's
There
a
it
whopping 0.28%. That, folks, sucks. But again,
You don't want that deal?
well, I don't know yet because we're trying to figure out average. Maybe this deal is average, and that zip code sucks. Let's do 2 more together. They'll go faster after this.
All right.
Let's go through it and see what do we got?
Let's go
What
pick
else
out.
was on the list? Let's go pick out some good stuff.
All right.
Let's do one that's not contingent this time.
Okay, one that's just active.
Correct.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is a new one. Let's see. This is the same. This one's for sale, and it's the same bed, bath, and around the same square footage. So
okay. Let's do that one.
So 7980 West Mackenzie.
There you go. And this one you would say active, right?
Yep.
And the reason you would say active is because today it's active, but tomorrow when you come back to this, it could be contingent. And then what I would do is I would say, like, assuming it's tomorrow, November 22nd went contingent. Because what you'll see as you go through this in 3 weeks, it might become active again. It's like, oh, it fell out of escrow, right? So very good. Yep. Just keep doing your thing.
We're at 2,000 square feet.
There you
got
go.
a purchase price of $345.
Okay.
Our down payment is going to be, we're going to assume 20% again.
Yep.
So 69,000. Closing costs, we'll just assume about that.
Same. Same number. Perfect.
Make ready. Let's go take a look.
There you go. Exactly. Because maybe this one is clean.
Yeah. Okay.
Although the oil spot in the driveway did not make me think that way. Oh, no, it's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, not an immediate. All right. So we got.
Oh, a little better. Oh, definitely better.
Yeah.
All right. Let's call this one a 0. Let's call this move-in ready, just for grades.
Okay. Let's do it.
So this would be a 0 instead of $8,000. Okay.
So we got our total cost again, 69,000 plus our 6,900 in closing costs. So we got 75,900.
Okay.
And again, I think it's going to rent for probably about the same.
Okay. So
our mortgage
same. They're thereabouts.
Yeah, just about the same. So taxes and insurance going to be about the same. Property management about the same. Reserves
same.
HOA.
Oh, I don't know. This one may not have an HOA.
Yeah, let's see what we got. 4.2. Ooh, this has an attached guest house with a 1-bed, 1-bath.
Oh, perfect. So rent goes up. It's not 1,800. So now what's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath go for?
Depending on what it looks. Let me see what it looks like. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay. This is exactly why we do this, folks. This is why you go through these details. And again, we're going to call that a 0 because it looks clean.
This is probably the one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they took a it's a studio probably, or well, I guess they call it a one. Yeah. They took a pool house and they made it a rental.
Yeah. So that, I mean, I would say probably 750 to 800 for.
Let's call it I don't call it. Yeah, call it whatever you want. 700, 800.
Yeah, 800. Let's do it.
Okay.
So that would be 800, and then
plus
the main house.
Well, hold on. You got to add it to. Oh, we haven't done rent. Oh no, we did rent. You got 800 to the rent.
So add 800 to that.
Yeah. So that's 2,600, right?
Yep.
Okay. And there was no HOA, so 0.
No.
It had, this one had. No, hold on. This one has a pool, right? Remember the last one? The HOA did the pool. So does your insurance go up?
Yeah, insurance is definitely going to go up.
So let's try to make this as legit as possible. So let's adjust that taxes and insurance up something.
I'm going to put on the, So let's probably
250, $70 more.
250, 250 is probably pretty good.
All right. We're doing that because of And again, folks, you probably don't know this. It's okay. As you go through this day after day, you will ultimately call an insurance agent and ask these questions.
Yep. So I'm just going to add pool.
Oh, yes or no. Okay. I like it.
I'm just going to put the dollar amount if it does have a pool, because we pay $109 a month for pool service.
Oh, pool service. Perfect. There you go.
Yep.
I like you did that. See, and I would have put that miscellaneous, but you do have a lot of pools in Arizona, so add the column.
Yeah, it's like
the other one
or
puts
more.
0. Yeah, the other one puts 0 though, because you're paying for that in the HOA.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry, above X or whatever that is. Row 2, yeah, that one needs to be 0. We want to make, as we go through and we add columns, we want to go back to where we were. Okay. Cool. Now we do math again. Now this is where if the formula was there, it would just drag down, but it's okay. This one will be a better deal.
Yeah, so we got 2,600 minus the 1,336 minus the 250 minus 60 minus 125 minus 109, and we have 720.
Okay, 720. Then you go 710 20 times 12.
And we have 8640.
Okay, now the next column, you do 8640 divided by whatever your total cash was. Yep. And then you put it in a percentage. And folks, don't tell me there's no deals in Arizona. You just found an 11%. Stop your crying and whining. Of course, I'm kidding. This is what happens when you do the work, right? I'm going to assume, and I have lots of people around the country doing this stuff. I'm going to guess this turns into a decent deal in Arizona, right? I'm going to guess average in Arizona today, given how hot it is like 4 or 5%. But
yes.
let's go do one more.
I'm excited to have over 10%.
Yeah, exactly. I would do that deal. Again, when I say I would do that deal, it means I would write the offer and then start doing due diligence.
Yeah.
If you're brand new, don't get excited, because in the beginning, your assumption could be all wrong.
Yes.
Right? When you start this buy box, I want everyone listening to know you have 60 days before you can start to really understand what is good, what is average, good, or great. It takes time. Cody's done this, and look at that. That is what 20% down. You got 11% return.
That's great.
Yeah. So let's do one more.
All right.
Let's find something that's different. That's not a 4-3 or whatever it was.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's find something that just looks different too. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Let's take this one.
Yeah. See, now that one you would call pending.
Yep. Yeah, that's another category. Or do we want to do?
No, remember the column A, you put in active, contingent.
Yep.
You would just put pending. Okay,
so this only has 2 pictures. So maybe we...
Oh, it's okay. Lots of people doing this will only have 2 pictures. It's okay, Cody. Do this one.
All right.
Don't run away because there's no pictures. This is all about learning and figuring out what's what.
Perfect. So we have a contingent, an active, and pending.
Exactly, because as you go through this day after day after day, this one may go from pending. This one may go from pending to gone, aka closed. May go from pending to active. It's okay, right?
All right, let's see. And then we had, this was 1929 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our purchase price was
$325.
$325.
And again, let's talk about purchase price as you're building this out. In the beginning, folks, just take list price. As you get to like day 40, day 45, you can start getting creative, because list price, in my opinion, is just a starting point. Most of the time I offer less. In the market that we just left, 2020, you had to offer more. In the beginning, don't sweat. Oh, I don't think I can pay that. It'll go 10K over, 20K over. In the beginning, You're just learning. You're just
getting the habit.
Just getting that daily discipline. It's not about, don't outthink yourself. So many new investors want to overcomplicate this. They want to look for the exceptions. No, follow the process. So next question is make ready. Let's go look at some pictures and we'll just guess.
Oh, there are pictures. It was just loading.
Oh, it's loading. Okay. I'm going to guess really nice. That's what I'm going to guess.
Let's see. If it's going to surprise us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's standard flooring. That's
the Arizona brown. Yeah.
Oh, so ugly.
Yeah, but again, as a rental, you
Rent
are
ready.
not. You're
It's
not.
fine.
You're not replacing that. No
Nope.
chance.
No.
Stainless steel fridge, not replacing that.
Nope.
That wall right there, that if you were going to flip, you would remove. You are not replacing that.
Nope. Those
So
lights
again,
there that you would change out if you were flipping it, you're not replacing that.
not replacing them. Exactly. You would put granite or quartz. You're not changing the little white tile. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
So the other thing, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't see
This is zero.
anything that if I was gonna if this was gonna be a rental for me, I don't see anything that I would actually change.
No, it's $100. It's a couple $100 cleaning, but that's it's a zero. Oh, tile broke off, or is that towels hanging over?
It looked like it was like wood exposed, so maybe a little bit of work there.
All right, so let's put $2,000.
Okay. I just want to see if we have. Oh, we have a pool.
We have a pool. There we go.
All right, so
of course you have a pool.
I'm not kidding. Like I mean, it's like every other house has a pool.
Yeah. All right, so your down payment's going to be less though, because it's $325 versus $345 or $340. Not much less, but a couple grand.
Right? Yeah, 65. Yeah, 65.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
For the down, I just threw 6,500 closing costs.
Perfect.
Make ready, put 2,000. So
cool. Whatever that is now.
So our total we have 73.5.
Okay. Now, what is a slightly smaller bed count and one less bed, one less bath?
But it has a pool.
What are we getting?
So I would say this would go like 1,850 to 1,900.
All right, let's do round numbers. 1,900.
All right, 1,900.
And again, as you go through this, you can refine it. You can talk to property managers. You'll see other listings. The other thing I would say about rent is if you're doing this right now, rents are exploding. So really get Rent-A-Meter, in my opinion. It's great for the first couple of days and weeks and maybe first 30, but talk to a property manager. Use this exercise to meet more people, network with more people. But in the beginning, just take a swag.
All right, so I'm just filling in the numbers that we already just went and did.
You got it. Perfect.
HOA, this is definitely
zero. Yeah, but pool, yeah.
For the pool, 0 on miscellaneous, total cash flow. All right, I'll just pull this over again. I hope people are starting to realize even more, how you're able to start to make better decisions as an investor when you know the data and you're able to, know what's average and then what's great at the end of the day.
Yeah, the whole goal here, the one question I'm trying to give you the power to do is say, what is average in Phoenix, Arizona, zip code, blah, blah, blah. It's going to take time. It doesn't come in a day. It doesn't come in a week. It doesn't come in 20 days. It's a 45 to 60 day exercise. Yep, you got it. What is it, 1%?
Not as good. Yeah, 1.88%.
Yeah. So again, folks, what you would do normally, so we've done this in 45 minutes. In my course, this is like 5 hours of going through step by step by step. You would just repeat this. You would do this for all 36 records or whatever is in it. Then what you would do is you come back tomorrow. First rule of thumb, don't change your buy box. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't get stupid. Don't outthink the process. Same buy box for 60 days. And then you're updating the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet will get long. It's okay. Because ultimately what's going to happen is that column that says yield, you could call it cash on cash or return on capital. Call it pixie dust for all I care. That is the only column that matters. You can sort. If you know Excel, you can sort. And you will start to say, oh, look, average in this zip code's about 4.2. I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
Well, great. Now you know. Now, if you can say after 60 days, and again, folks, have conversations with people around you and say, hey, my market's 4.2. Oh, by the way, look at row 3. There's an 11% deal there. Why was it different? Because it had a pool house converted to a rental. Mm-hmm. Now, in fairness, maybe like what we did, maybe what you learn is it's on 1 meter.
That's definitely going to be an on 1 meter situation.
Right. So what you would do, again, 30 days from now is you would go back to that column and you would add something for energy because maybe you have to split them or maybe you as the owner has to assume some responsibility or whatever. right? So these are all opportunities to learn. Just because it said 11% doesn't mean it's a great deal. It means it needs more research.
Right.
And maybe there's a reason. And like the one bedroom casita needs to be ripped out. And you're like, well, can't get the 700.
Not permitted. Not supposed to be there, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. And then the other thing you could do, this is just as valuable for sub 2. When we're doing this right now, we were assuming 20% down. So most of my students are ecstatic above 10%. If you're doing subject 2 and you're like, go back to the spreadsheet. Let's pretend these are some subject 2 deals.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Let me share the screen again.
And what you're going to see is your yield. You have to have a different threshold for yield. Because again, all your subject 2 yields, in my opinion, are going to be much, much higher.
Yes. For sure.
So first off, let's just change the spreadsheet and watch how the yield changes. Or actually, we didn't have formulas, but we'll give it a shot. So go to the first one. And let's assume you are, so go back to the very beginning. What was it, 345?
340.
All right, so let's assume you're getting into that, but you're taking over payment, so you have no down payment.
Okay, so no down payment.
So that's a 0. Let's assume you have to cure the loan. Let's say there's 6 months down, so there's $8,000 plus this plus you got to get paid. You got to pay him to move. I don't know what, $15,000. I'm just.
Yeah, usually in a lot of those where we take that over, there's usually the problems that you have to solve. So
exactly,
call it $15,000 is probably
okay.
Not no down payment would be good. So let's call it 15 plus the 8 for the make ready.
Exactly. So closing costs, and maybe you add another column called cure or whatever it is, whatever subject 2 speak is. I don't want to get out of my lane. Cost to cure or whatever it is.
I would say I want to call it problem solving.
There you go. Perfect. Call it whatever you want. Whatever speaks to you.
So whether paying to help them move or whatever miscellaneous things.
So $15,000. How about closing costs? Do you still have that, or is that 0 also? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, no, we'll still use a title company to close it.
Okay, so same. Okay, yep. And you still have make ready. That's key, right? So your total cash is different.
Yep.
So did that already change or no? Okay.
I2 plus J2 plus K2. Okay, so we're at 29,800.
Let's assume nothing else changed. I promise you your yield goes up.
Yes.
Because your total cash went down.
Annual cash flow. I mean, everything else staying the same.
So what is that? So it should be. We didn't change the total cash column. Or is that changed?
Where is that at? Yeah, total cost was 29,800.
Okay. So I guess before it must have even been a worse deal. Wasn't it 0.33?
It was like 0.002.
Oh yeah, it was under 1%. It was under 0.1%.
Yeah.
So now it's almost 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, if we did the same thing for the next 2, just watch.
Yeah,
so
let's see that one. Let's see the one with the casita.
And that's 11%, right? I just want to I want to remember that number. So right now it's 11%.
Yep.
but what we're going to do is we're going to slash the down payment to 0.
No down payment, but we got some problems we got to solve, I guess. Let's call it 15,000.
Yeah, 15 grand. That's fine. So your total cash is 15 plus whatever. Yeah.
Equals I2, I3 plus J3 plus K3. That one was in good condition. So
make ready was 0. Yep.
Yeah. So we got 21,900.
All right, and we changed nothing else.
Yep.
So it should be
11% to 39.45%.
That's the beauty of subject 2. Subject 2 to me is the way to get in with very low down payment, not nothing.
Yeah.
Because you got problems to solve. You still have make ready. A lot of people don't realize you still have make ready. Still got to go through a title company. But you don't have to do deals with 20% down.
No.
A lot of people that follow me will. But as you go into a recession and as subject 2 becomes the most, a very popular thing in the next recession, the yield, you went from an awesome yield at 11% to an even greater yield at
Yes.
whatever that is, 32%.
Yeah, 39.45%.
Damn, near 40. I would do that deal, I think. I might do that
Yeah.
deal.
I mean, solid deal.
Yeah. So again, so now that you've done this and you've done all 38 records, what I would hope you would find out is what you don't know. So for some, like you knew what your property manager charged, 60 bucks a unit. Most people don't. So great. Because what you'll see in my courses, once you get done with the first 3 sections, number 4 is who do you need to network with? So you'll need a property manager. Get a couple of quotes. Talk to other investors. You'll need to talk to contractors and painters. And again, it's all about getting a feel. Go to open houses. If you have a list and there's an open house, walk through it. Remember, in the beginning, you're looking at pictures. The reason I wanted you to pick a local zip code is you can go kick rocks. You can walk through the open house. You can go say, oh my God, on my spreadsheet, I assume 0. The pictures didn't do it justice. Cody and Michael, nuts. I have to replace the tile. They're all cracked. They were installed wrong.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah. And it's not a 0. Now it's 12. I got to go up my spreadsheet. It's not a great deal. It's a horrible deal. So just realize that it's focus and daily discipline. Once you have a buy box, what we did in the first 10 minutes, you're not changing that. And you're not adding another one. I want you to spend 20 to 30 minutes a day on this and then go do something else. Some people just want to spend endless time. No, you're going to come back tomorrow. You're going to come back the next day. You're going to come back the next day. No days off.
Love this. This is so great. So in recapping, we identified, okay, we found a market, we picked a zip code, and we picked a general buy box of, bedroom count, bathroom count. We picked out our square footage, and then we just started running the numbers.
Yeah. And again, the whole buy box, just how Cody did it for us is we kept getting more granular until we were between 20 and 40 active listings, right? When you popped off first, it was like 4,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Too much. We added a zip code. It was 800. Too much.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then once that buy box is set, feel good, you're done. That's just again, I can't say this enough. You are not looking at anything else for 60 days. You are coming back to this spreadsheet, adding records that come on, noting when they change. Because again, what will happen 3 weeks from now? Maybe listing number 3 has a price drop. Well, that changes the numbers, right? It goes down 20 grand.
So for, my reference as a newbie here, what am I doing? So if Monterey here, it goes back on the market. Am I creating a new column that says back on the market?
I would probably, one of the columns that there's 2 columns we haven't talked about. One of the columns that you will add as the heartbeat starts to change is you'll add a record card, a date of change, right? So you would say November 27th was the date, and then it went, pending to active, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then the other column is newbies, I always tell them on the very end, add a big column called comments or thoughts or questions, right? Because as you will go through this, like on number 2, what I would add there is has a 1-bedroom, 1-bath casita because that's not normal, I'm guessing.
No, it's not.
So I would add that. So as you're going through this, you're going to see a high yield. You're going to be like, because after a while, you looked at 150 different listings.
Forget. Yeah.
You're going to forget. You're going to come back here and go, oh, this has the 1-bedroom, 1-bath casita.
This is great.
Yeah. And then the whole goal here, after 60 days, I want you to be able to tell anybody around you. I would want you to tell Pace, in 60 days, the average zip code around here is 4.2. For 3 bedrooms and above, 2 baths and above, between here and here square footage. And then, this is, and again, here's the deal, right? Anybody can do average deals. If you are following me, Pace or Cody, I do not want you to do average. Average is lazy. I want you to learn average and then do good or great, right? Good is a point or 2.
Okay, I was gonna say what's good or what's great. If average is 10, if average is 10, I'm actually pretty happy with that generally. But let's say average is 5. What are we? What would you consider good from that?
I'm sorry, you froze for a minute. Average is?
If average is 5, what would you then
so
consider
if average
good?
is 5, and again, some of this will be on your spreadsheet, right? Because you'll see a range. But let's just say average is 5, and it's a very tight, very hot market. Good could be 6, 6.5.
Okay.
Great would be 8, right? So basically a 1.5 and then another 1.5 would be great. So if
Okay.
your average is 5, good would be 6.5, great would be 8.
Got it. Love it.
Yeah, and then it's just focus and daily discipline. You come back the next day, and people want to learn fast. You won't at some point, like a light bulb will go on over your head. I see it all the time. Everybody wants it fast. I have never seen it happen less than 40 days. You've got to sign up to do the work for 40 days minimum. Got to do the work. Come back. And that's the key, is don't overthink this, over engineer it. If you are, by day 5, if you are spending more than 20 minutes on this, you're overthinking it. The first couple of days, you got to build the spreadsheet. You got to add columns. You're changing things up. I get it. But after day 5, you shouldn't be adding any more columns. Probably you'll be adding, you just won't. You'll just be doing here are the new ones. This one came off. This one came on. It's a much faster process.
So I'm just gonna throw a question, of a newbie question that I know somebody's probably sitting here thinking is, why did we do single family only? Why not do condos? Why not do townhomes? Why not do other types of properties? Is that
so? You certainly could have. We could have, if we would have made that. So I want it to be the same property type. I don't want to mix property types. When you go into realtor.com, it said anything, and then it said single family, then it said condo, then it said multi, then it said land, then it said mobile. I don't care which one you're picking, but you're only picking one, because you will see there's so many different variables between them. Yeah. Don't mix them in the beginning. If you just want to do condos, great, just do condos. But don't mix condos with single families, because then you get all confused and what's newer and what's this and what's that.
That makes sense. So what's the question that somebody new, after they've now seen this, they've kind of seen like this spreadsheet, what's the question that the newbie should be asking themselves? Or like, what should I be asking myself as, I just learned this, I'm going to do this the next 60 days. I'm going to take action on communicating with agents. I'm going to walk some properties. I'm going to connect with some property managers. I'm going to connect with maybe a title agent. I'm going to start getting my network together that I'm going to establish that. But like, then what is there anything that I'm missing that I should be doing?
What I would tell this, again, all this is feeding on itself. All this is compounding. What I want everybody to ask themselves is, what number on this spreadsheet do you think you're weakest at? Were you just flat out guessing, right? For example, if you were guessing on property management or insurance, whatever, go fix that first.
Love
right?
That.
And then okay, Michael, I've never talked to an insurance agent. Now I have. I know that roughly speaking, for a $300,000 house in Arizona, it's $726. Great. You've got that one nailed. Now maybe I have no idea what closing costs are. Where did Cody and Michael get that number? Well, great. Get on the phone, call somebody, ask, talk to another investor, ask to see their closing statement. It's all there. And oh, by the way, never forget your greatest friend, Google. Right? What is property taxes cost? What is the property tax rate in whatever zip code?
Yep.
Google can help you answer a lot. And then rent. Realize again, ask yourself what number you're most uncomfortable with, and then go address that concern. And then ask which one you're next most uncomfortable with. Don't try to do it all at once.
Yeah.
This is a 60-day process. At the end of 60 days, you will know average, and you will have an amazing network. Do it one day at a time.
Love that. Something that I would note, I mean, I know this is true in Arizona, so, let me know if you've seen this across in other markets, but I've found that, for finding, pretty true rent rates, getting a property manager that's managing, a lot of properties is it's my superpower with our rentals, because I've had some properties where I was going to under rent them because there wasn't any comps on Zillow. There was no comps on these areas, but because they're managing a portfolio in similar areas, they know what the activity is, the application count that they're getting in those zip codes and those areas that you're going to be doing deals in. And that's, that saved me or made me more money as well. So that,
I got to tell you that what you've just given folks has never been more important than the last 6 months. For a long time, Rent-A-Meter or Zillow was close.
It was close, but now
It
it's
ain't
like,
close
it's
anymore.
jacked up.
Call a PM. And again, most people will have a PM, but again, call them. Ask other, again, when you are kicking rocks, every once in a while, you'll see a for rent sign. Pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I'm looking to rent in the area. What are you renting it for? Right? You can ask questions like that.
Love that. Love that. So this was amazing. I think that people, if you have a few minutes, maybe we open up for some questions, see if there's any questions that came up. Or
I was wondering if anybody was even out there. Felt like it was just me and you.
I know. I normally am looking at the comments, but where I was sharing my screen, I wanted to make sure everybody could see it. So I'm gonna see if there are any questions that came up throughout there.
Sure.
So we had some feedback. Tariva says, "Dang, this makes analysis a lot easier and clearer." Matthew Beard with the fire emojis. This is great. So let's see. Guys, how can I do sub 2? Guys, go check out Pace's YouTube channel. There's plenty of content on there. William, I have not heard of a flat rate property management company, usually 8 to 10%. That's probably going to be pretty standard. I mean, that's what I hear from all my investor friends, like 8 to 10%, unless you get a sweetheart deal. We just have a sweetheart deal. So that's,
Yeah.
as
Again,
you build
put in your numbers. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's part of building relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Malcolm, how do you get fixed costs? Go off a percentage. Talk to the property managers in your market. Let's see. This is great. Roldan says, people, this is 25% of Michael's course for free tonight. Watch this over and over again, or buy his course before the price goes up. I mean, this is amazing. This is so good. This was like the thing that I loved most about this is that we didn't practice or anything before. You're just like, hey, pull up an Excel spreadsheet and go on realtor.com and let's just start going through it. And we're able to, within 45 minutes, get to a stage where, okay, I know what I need to do to be able to build these numbers and be able to, master this zip code in the next 60 days.
Yeah, we did in about 45 minutes. Roldan's not wrong. There's 3 or 4 hours of me going through how to do this, holding people's hands through this. So yeah.
Awesome. So I don't know on this. Somebody's asking homes.
Yeah, you can do it. The whole key of, there's a problem because land doesn't produce income.
No.
Right. But the framework around this is how to learn a deal. So I don't know how to do land deals. I've never done a land deal, but I guarantee you there's a way to do them. Acreage, water rights, mineral, whatever. But the whole idea is to learn a market, figure out average, and then go do better than average. I don't know what the variables are for land, but I guarantee you there are some.
Love it. Awesome. Well, I don't think we have any other questions right now, but we had a couple hundred people listening in to this. So hopefully people actually go and take this. I know it's so funny to me, and I know that you experience this as well. Is like this stuff to me is exciting. I'm like, oh, this is super cool. Like being able to calculate the yield and figure out what's a deal versus what's not a deal. But it's not like the super sexy, like here's how to close sellers and here's the magic line to get the deal done and that. But this is the stuff that actually, it's where the rubber hits the road. Like this is where you're turning from just a interested investor to like a serious investor.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the work, I'm here for you. But I after giving this away, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah,
love it. So Michael, I guess we could wrap it up here, but sure. Any closing thoughts? I wanted to make this, all around that for this talk, but any closing thoughts for those? Obviously, experienced investors can use this to hone in on their market that they're already in, and going from good to great deals. But any closing thoughts for those maybe newer investors or the ones that are just trying to get the ball rolling from this?
Yeah, the thing I would tell any new investor is real estate investing is a skill. And because it's a skill, every single person watching this now or ever watches this can be better at it. Everyone. And I don't know of any better way than focus and daily discipline. This is not a Saturday thing. This is not a Friday thing. This is a 7 days a week thing. The real estate market changes all the time. There's a heartbeat, there's a pace, there's a sixth sense that you will build when you find good deals. And if you don't do the work, you're gambling. And I don't like to gamble with money.
No, definitely not. There's a lot of people that are going to get the thing that's scary to me is, over these last couple of years, like with inflation just going crazy and prices going up and rent rates going up, that some people are getting lucky.
God, yes.
Like I watch some investors buying certain deals and I'm like, I don't see it, but I'm sure you saw a lot of that in, back in 2000, before 2008. It's like people are just like, oh, it's going to go up. Like, it'll go up while we're remodeling it.
I've been doing this a long time, which means I've been doing this before the crash. So my journey starts in 2002, which is a pretty normal market, and then it gets nuts, and then people lose a lot of money. Yeah, the market is making a lot of people. There's a lot of flippers that won't be around in a year and a half. There's a lot of wholesalers that won't be around in a year and a half. When we get to a flat market, it will bust people out. Heaven forbid the market rolls over. We'll lose half the investors because they're putting the bad debt structures, bad deals. I can't tell you how many flippers had the project delayed and made money. Oh, it took me 2 months longer to do my flip and I made money. That's not normal.
Yeah, no, I mean, it scares me when we have projects go long and I'm like, oh
man. You got bailed out the last year. You're doing okay.
Yeah. But I love it. So, Michael, I appreciate you so much for hopping on here. This was so valuable. Guys, please make sure to say thank you to Michael. You could find him, look anywhere for One Rental at a Time. Amazing book. I would definitely recommend, picking that up on Amazon and, make sure to give him that 5-star rating. Michael, yes. Appreciate you being here. Guys, have an amazing rest of your Sunday. We will see you next Sunday, and get out there and get your spreadsheet going, guys. Hopefully this is everything you need to get that started. So get out there, take action, and we'll see you guys next weekend.
Take care.